get a glimpse of how the NSA actually do their work? Did you go crying to the president? Them to kick Kaspersky out?
NSA never cries. But in general, we hate Russian products. And Chinese. Never forget Chinese.
Yeah, well, you loved Kaspersky products for a while.
For as much it served our purposes.
They were just trying to map out how you work with what's it called? Data, hacking and surveillance. Just normal stuff. Because the people need to know how you do stuff. Because then otherwise people are gonna get scared.
Security.
What?
Yeah. This is only me.
We collect data and hack computers just for security.
Yo,
Is
shout out to Cameron.
Is it only me?
Cambit Designs.
You know, we want to stop terrorists. If you are not a terrorist, you have nothing to hide, so you have nothing to worry about.
I have a big problem hearing what the NSA is actually saying sometimes.
Yeah, me too.
Bread. No. When's Leo gonna be here?
I'm thinking like 10 minutes, I think.
15 minutes.
Maybe a
before.
bit more.
Okay.
Yeah, when people should start joining up. I think he said that he would just join when the videos had started. So we will just be speaking and he'll show up. So around the mark when it will start, do not say that much bad stuff, because if he joins and you're saying like dirty stuff, then it won't be very good for his stream.
No.
He's like, so let's join up with the participants of this live, and we're just talking shit. Oh, 30 people are waiting! Wow! Eugene Take. I have no idea what this is, but
Yeah,
I will
that's
watch
me.
The thing
anyway.
is, none of us know how
I
this.
figured it out.
None of us know how this stream is gonna work.
Yeah, when he joined before, I thought that I was trying to ask, how is this actually going to work? But
Yeah.
I mean, I have pretty much been with when he has been planning this for the whole way. But I don't know anything. I was thinking yesterday. I was thinking like, oh, is it gonna be like, kind of like playing Pokemon? Like, wanna cry? I choose you.
Would be fun.
Okay,
Yeah.
so what are the decryptors? Like, what are some good decryptors for WannaCry?
I don't know. I mean, WannaCry is pretty much dead.
Well, I mean, yeah, of course.
Wrong, it's still running.
I have fell prey to
The
victim.
command and control centers are down, but the thing is still active.
So,
You know,
And there are some fake clones around.
let's see. So yeah, you can download one from the Malwarebytes site. We have one. If you search WannaCry decryptor, then it shows up.
Okay. What is like popular now if WannaCry's dead?
I don't know actually.
A Dutch school got infected with ransomware, but
I think that many different. I mean, there are pretty much new ones like every week probably
yeah,
Yeah.
because people figure them out so quickly. How to make sure that they don't
Well,
actually encrypt anything, but something big like WannaCry or that Fortnite one,
well,
Yeah.
maybe you guys can
then
help me
they are
answer
making
something.
it.
I fell prey about 2 years ago to a ransomware attack, and it completely just destroyed my computer. Every file was replaced with these .bip files. Does anyone know what kind of ransomware that was?
It's like just search the file extension because pretty much everyone who work that way, they just put it into their own encrypted thing. It's like a zip file almost
didn't
for everything, but
Leo
encrypted.
make a video about it?
Yeah, he made a video about how to fix it if you got attacked by ransomware. He released it like 3 weeks ago.
I believe that there is a website you can upload the file and it will automatically understand which ransomware it is, and it will tell you what decryptor to use if available.
Man, and say, now you must have cleared your throat. You sound much better now.
Yeah.
I use the voice changer.
Yeah.
Wait,
Eh,
no, he's using a voice changer now.
No,
That was his real
yeah,
voice.
now is the voice changer. Before it was the normal voice that they use to the public. People are like, oh, now the NSA is gonna do a press conference. Hello, this is the NSA talking. And people are like, what the fuck? Oh, wait. And then just enable a voice changer. So, much better. I mean, isn't the NSA like the modern Illuminati?
Yes.
Maybe.
You guys didn't do
Hey, wait.
what?
I just figured something out. Leo is making ads for MCSoft on his channel.
I
Wait,
think so.
I'm not
He works
familiar
for
with
that.
that. What is that?
It is the company he's working at.
Yeah.
Oh, he works
Hey,
for a company.
in his stream, in the description, he got buy top class security products with exclusive discounts and support TPSC, MCSoft, Bitdefender Kaspersky, and then Sophos.
He has told them multiple times that he works for them.
Yeah. But he said that he was gonna keep a distance in between them. And what
For
has he done
reviews.
now?
For reviews, I think, not for sponsoring.
Yeah. I think that he maybe sometimes should cover them and maybe do a test sometimes.
Yeah.
Like in a comparison, if he does Kaspersky versus Bitdefender, he can do a similar thing with MCSoft.
I use Malwarebytes. So
Versus Windows Defender.
Yeah.
Windows Defender is a virus, guys. Okay, it's no good.
Well, no.
MCSoft saw that Windows Defender.
Norton is a malware because it actually when your computer has gotten a malware, then it just stores it. It doesn't delete it. So after a while, if you've gotten a lot, then it will itself turn into a malware.
Norton is a sponsored antivirus. Personally, I bought when I bought my motherboard, it came with a disk that if I insert it to my CD reader, is going to activate a free, I believe, 1 or 2 year Norton premium something subscription for
Yeah.
free with the motherboard. Yeah, it's a sponsored AV. You find it
Yeah.
on most cheap laptops or PC computers.
Yeah.
It comes with it. It's pretty much a bloatware.
Yeah, I mean, I think we should
I
start
hate
calling Norton what they really are. Symantec. They got the exact same logo.
It's Progent, was
What?
Progent antivirus.
Do we need VMs for this?
I don't. I hope not, because I don't get one ready. I got VirtualBox installed. Oh wait, I think I have a. Yeah, I got a Linux Mint VM.
If so, I have to restart my computer
Wait,
to
we're
enable.
all assigned like random VMs or something?
What?
I'm
Oh
What are we
yeah.
going to do? First of all, what's the point of this live stream?
I mean, it is supposed to be some fun with ransomware, for all I know.
Fun with
Yeah,
Fun
just
with ransom.
talk, try and just do funny stuff with it.
Wait,
I think.
Leo is live streaming, so it doesn't matter what we do unless we just live stream our screens. And he shows in the live stream what we are doing. So,
Or maybe he's got like a couple VMs set up on his computer, and then we will
So we
remote
can,
into
like,
them.
RDP into that machine and
Or
Yeah.
maybe this is just a trick and Leo's out here to like just give us all viruses.
Yeah, or maybe we're just here talking with him while he's doing it, and talking about, for example, how it will infect a system and stuff.
why give a chance to get your main OS infected by not fully isolating your machine and the VM? If anyone has a cloud subscription, use it. It's the right time to use it. I can fire up a Windows Server 2019 machine and run whatever I want there, and after I'm done, I can just erase the machine.
Okay, so here's a good question. Windows Server 2019 versus stock Windows 10 Pro. What would I like if I were to use it? What would be the difference? Because I wanted to make an Active Directory hacking lab, but I didn't.
The difference you get with server versions is that all the stuff about sending data to Microsoft for analytics and making
You
the
don't
OS
get
better.
ads. I believe the store is non-existent.
Yeah, I mean, pretty much everything that is aimed for just a normal consumer is removed.
Yeah, if you open Internet Explorer, you can't visit any sites. You have to trust every site, every domain on every site, so you can continue viewing that site.
So it's basically Windows 10 Lite, right?
I mean, it is meant to just be a server version, so everything that isn't needed for the operating system is removed, and they get a lot more security features.
Oh, I see.
LTFE edition.
And
Yes,
while installing, you get the option to install it without a UI, like most Linux server versions do. So yeah,
that is a good thing, actually.
But
it is a
Because
good
on a
thing.
server-
And
Yeah, because on a server you don't want to waste resources on running on a graphical user interface.
right, I
Yeah.
agree with that. But in theory, could I do the same thing on Windows 10 as I could on Windows Server 2019?
I believe, yeah, because I have seen
In the
different-
registry, I think.
you can add services from, I don't remember what panel is it. You can, let's say, make a Windows 10 machine a KMS server if you have a KMS server setup key that you have to pay, I don't know how much. Yeah, so Yeah, you can make like add SSH or HTTP, FTP, SFTP, whatever you want. It's everything ready to be installed. You just have to enable these settings.
Oh, I see. Yeah.
Yeah, and then I think if you just want pretty much exactly the Windows Server version, you can just go into the registry and change stuff so that it
Well,
pretty
I
much
don't know
removes
about
stuff
that.
that you don't want.
I'm not. I don't want to mess up my computer by touching the registry. So.
I've done one
Yeah,
thing in
it's
my
not
registry,
advised.
making
It's not-
so software read-only stuff is removed. So anything is accessible to write to if it is in software that it's done.
Something that I hate about Windows is that for some weird reason, by default, it runs SMB, which is exploitable if you haven't done the update. That's what's Eternal Blue exploiting SMB.
Right.
Yeah, you can even exploit SMB from Nmap, and you can install Nmap on an Android phone using Termux. So you can exploit Windows machines that are not updated from an Android phone.
But it's usually like
It's the
Eternal
Watch
Blue.
Dogs.
Eternal Blue is usually
We're
only
just playing
like
Watch Dogs
vulnerable.
IRL now.
It's only vulnerable usually whenever it comes to operating systems like Windows 10 or Windows 7. I mean.
Personally, in my university, most of the teachers have Windows 7 machines. I don't know if they're updated. They use EST for antivirus, and they are always connected to the local network. So yeah, I got many chances to do something bad, but I don't do it.
Do it. No, I'm just kidding.
I remember one time that the teacher tempted us to get files from his computer. He said, if you want to see the past exams, you have to get into my computer because that's the only way. And yeah, that made me think a lot of things.
Well, you could just like clone a website and then send it to the teacher and have him do something like log in, and you just get his keystrokes. So.
I could, but there's one more problem. Like I could just use Eternal Blue if he had a Windows 7 machine, but the problem is that he had a Mac.
Well, you're not getting into a Mac, probably. I don't know.
Yeah, it's way harder unless it has Adobe Flash. If I had a laptop with Kali installed in it, I might be able to create a payload and try to do some interesting things with the local network and get the payload installed into his machine. Make him to install the payload.
What kind of payload?
A Metterpeter, like a reverse shell.
Oh,
So I
okay.
can get, so I can just grab the files. I don't want to do anything else.
Have you seen those like reverse PowerShell interpreters?
No. Silence.
Wow. Just got silent real quick.
I'm really interested to learn what's going to happen in this stream.
I have no idea.
Leo's gonna join soon. We're all
In
gonna
6 minutes. The stream is set to start in 6 minutes. Where is Leo?
We're all.
Well,
gonna
I think
get
he's.
muted.
I think he's gonna start the stream. Just talk a bit,
And then
introducing
join, yeah.
the theme, and then he's going to join the chat. So that's why I said that maybe in like 6 minutes we shouldn't say that much bad stuff.
And he said if somebody says something like off topic or something like that, he's going to kick him or just mute him.
Yeah.
I would advise
I'm-
him.
I
Yeah.
mean, the point was to have fun.
Exactly. Yeah.
Obviously, yeah, have fun, but like not
Yeah.
f up the stream.
Yeah.
Have fun, but don't say the
Uh,
wrong thing.
I actually would advise him to mute people, not to kick them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mute them for him, so he can keep talking with the others.
Or at least just give
Yeah.
him a warning.
Yeah, give him a warning and don't kick him. If he doesn't listen, just mute him.
Yeah.
That
I-
will be. And let's say if he's annoying everyone can just mute that person or just kick him.
Yeah. And I mean, I'm going on to the topic now about the stream. There is one thing that I actually think is kind of good about ransomware and big attacks like that. It is that people actually get exposed to how insecure they are on the internet.
Yeah.
Because people just think that, oh, it's so safe, I don't have to think about anti-malware and everything and how to stay secure, but they don't really think about it. And then there's a big attack like WannaCry and everything. It gets a lot of exposure in the media. Then
Wasn't one
I
of
have
them
actually
made
start
in...
understanding a little bit.
Yeah, in the Netherlands, the server of the school was encrypted by ransomware. So that got in the news.
Yeah,
I have heard from many people in my country, at least, when I talk to them about some critical updates that they have to install on their machine. They just say, "Come on, again another update." I'm starting to believe that these updates are meant to slow down my machine so I can go and buy a new one.
yeah. Well, I mean, the reason that Windows is getting so much updates nowadays is because they are making it less a complete product and more of a service. That was the point with Windows 10, making it into a service that will get regular updates for security and
Yeah,
everything.
like Windows is not going to get a new name like Windows 11 or something. It's going
Yeah,
to
I mean,
get,
soon
yeah.
this will just be Windows. This will be the default Windows.
Still
But
not
something weird. If you go on the virtual box and click on the bar that is showing you all the Windows version, it's going to show a weird version that is called Windows 2019. Not server, just Windows 2019.
Yeah.
Has that anything to do with the big updates that Microsoft does and calls that a new Windows version?
I don't know. I mean, now they just got build versions. For example, right now I got let's see, I think I got 2004 because I got the latest one, which is from this year. I got Windows Insider, so I get them earlier.
You know, in some schools, they're still teaching 2012, Windows Server 2012. I don't know why, but...
Yeah.
In 2 minutes.
I mean, in many schools, for example, here in Sweden where I live, it is actually in the, for example, math. What you should do in math during school is programming, but they pretty much don't do it because the teacher don't know that much. I think that the people are not getting that much exposure to the stuff that actually is needed in this modern society.
I'm actually going to school for programming, so
Yeah.
Here,
Yeah,
even
I'm
at a
only-
university
I
level,
haven't gone
you're
to
not
Yeah,
going
I mean,
to
at
college
that
yet,
level.
so...
When you're like, if you choose to do that stuff, then. But I mean, here they got it for high school and everything.
I don't know about your country or how's the university there, but here, even at a university level, you're not going to learn as much if you just go on your own and learn on your own. Because I went to the cybersecurity class, and yeah, he taught us like social engineering and stuff, but he just stays to the minimum, to the basics.
Yeah, I mean,
We asked him why he does that. He says, "That's it. We can't teach more from this. You have to go on your own after this. You are going to get a certificate that you finish this class, but you won't know as much."
yeah, I mean that
That's
is kind of the
ridiculous.
way that things work nowadays with because technology is advancing so fast, so quickly that you can't just go to one class and know everything. You need to stay up to date all the time.
Yeah.
And Leo is due to go live right now. It says on the stream, waiting.
Yeah, waiting, still waiting.
Yeah.
Still waiting. Yeah, the time ran out, but he
So,
ain't
I
broadcasting.
mean, we kind of failed just now because we didn't manage to stay on the topic of ransomware, but we stayed on cybersecurity.
Yeah. Well, okay.
I wonder how he is going to class off topic. Is he gonna just count as in cybersecurity or as just ransomware?
Yeah.
And what we're actually doing with ransomware. There are so many question marks. You don't really know what's gonna happen. Everybody's like, where is he? Oh no.
Still waiting for him.
Yeah.
He set us up.
Yeah.
What if we just like raid this server? You have NSA, I have FBI. He has someone else has like CIA. You know?
Yeah. But remember, if you ever go to Sweden, remember that it is forbidden by law to be a criminal. What a politician actually said that. She got questioned, why does Sweden have so low crime rates? And she answered, in Sweden it is forbidden by law to be a criminal. Really good answer. So remember, don't be a cyber criminal. It is illegal.
In my country, there is an obsession with prohibiting underage people accessing online gambling games and stuff, whatever relates to online gambling. So they came up with a really dumb law. Just don't allow in your country to open or operate any internet cafes.
What?
What country are you from?
Greece.
Oh.
Yeah, really smart laws. Like even the EU came up and said, "What are you doing? There are so many people that use that business. They invest on that, and you're just prohibiting that in your country." And after some years, they removed that dumb law. And now internet cafes here are a thing again.
Yeah.
Like they keep popping up in every corner.
I wonder if Leo is having a problem with getting the stream working right now.
His PC has been taken by ransomware, I think.
Yeah. I'm gonna write to him and see how it's going.
He forgot to enable his VM.
Yeah. I mean, making something like this.
Oh, there he is.
Hello.
Hello, guys.
Hello.
You might not be the first to
Oh,
set foot on the moon or climb Mount Everest, but you're going to be the fortunate few who will be the first to represent TPSC Discord on YouTube.
Yep. So don't screw it up. Otherwise,
Exactly.
it will be no second time. Wait, that would be good because then we will be the only ones. Or I mean, let's behave, guys.
Okay, can everyone say hi?
Hi.
Hi.
Maybe not at the same time.
Hi.
So, I've been looking at the chat lately. Looks like we've got quite a few viewers already, so I guess we can get right to
85. Woo! Or 84 because I have the site up because I was trying to know when
All right,
we
so
were starting.
as the name suggests, we're going to be doing ransomware versus ransomware today. So
Yeah,
let me
nobody
set
knows
up
how it's
the
gonna
end.
work.
Except me. That's the secret.
Not even Elise.
Well, she's not even here yet. I do my first stream and my secretaries aren't even on stream. What the hell is going on?
Yeah,
I need to fire them.
but she's your secretary.
Exactly.
She's just doing all the dirty work, but she never gets any of the cred.
Well, she'll get credit if she shows up later.
Yeah. Well, so this is what one of my colleagues who I'm a really good friend of.
So the first thing we're going to do is maybe Petya versus Petya, since there's two colors, right? Red versus green. So that's probably what I'm going to go for.
What do you count as off topic?
This.
Bad.
Well, I mean, it's off topic going outside.
Stop with your
south of-
Sweden references. God damn it.
No. Yes, okay, but I mean, let's say that we're talking about cybersecurity overall, for example, or is it
No, this
ransomware,
is,
or is it
this
what's
is not
going
about-
on? Is it just what's going on? We need to know.
I don't know. Can you
So we
guys
don't
see the
misbehave.
stream live?
No, not yet.
Nope.
It still says waiting.
Waiting on TPSC.
So all we are going to do is just criticize what's happening.
Well, if you're the NSA, then maybe yes, but
He's
not in
gonna
general.
criticize everything. You're eating too much pasta.
Russia is bad.
Okay, this is exactly what I didn't want it to devolve into.
Well, we have not started yet.
Oh, we have. We are actually live.
It does.
What?
Well, it's just weird because like I
I can
I
see.
don't see anything.
Yeah.
I'm looking at. Yeah. It is a test.
Houston, we have
We have a
ignition.
problem.
Everybody's like, is he here? Nope, he's sleeping.
Okay, crap.
Maybe Leo like has the wrong
The
stream.
chat is going crazy.
Nope, he's sleeping. Hello, people.
His PC has been infected by ransomware. Oh, wait, that was Eugene.
Okay, why is it saying preview for me? Let's see. I mean, I'm streaming on my desktop, and I did see it live for myself, so... Why is it not public? Let's see. Normal latency.
Did you test your latency before?
Maybe you need to press a button in YouTube.
Maybe
Yeah, that's what
something
I'm
with the stream
Oh,
key.
yeah, right. Okay. So what actually happened is, Yeah, damn. I have to do this all over again. Bye, guys.
No.
Is he actually serious right now?
Don't leave us.
30 minutes of waiting. Ah!
Yeah, I've been here for like an hour.
I've been streaming for 30 minutes. So wait, are we just doing this another
Okay,
day then?
people are going to his Discord. They're like, where is he?
Wait. He just said we're doing it another time, right? So we're just doing another day?
Yeah.
Where is everyone?
Now I'm doing like a community work. He's trying to get the stream working. No need to worry.
Oh, man.
Oh, no, it's working.
It's working now?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yes.
great.
Man, he's got a great intro for this. Great music.
Now chat is going crazy.
Screen is glitched. This is the best time of our lives, guys. Don't mess this up. We made it here.
We made it this far.
We made it to the beginning.
Should we message Leo and tell him it's working now, or does he know?
Well, I said it. I said, Leo, it's up.
Already 2 people have disliked.
2 people.
No.
Dislike. I bet they were scammers.
Any developers here?
Yeah, the developers of the ransomware.
Yeah. The people are like disliking the video before it even starts. You plebs. People are like, I'm disliking
Maybe they
this.
just don't like the music, the background music.
I mean, it's great music.
I know.
Someone join in. He must be from the live stream.
Yeah.
Subscribers into the new decade. Sky's the limit from here. Thank you so much. And this is going to be a fun stream where I'm just going to
I like
hang out
how
with the community, talk to you
Chill
guys.
Leo's voices.
And as the title
Yeah.
suggests, we're going to do Ransomware versus Ransomware Grand Finale. Well, part 1, because we might have
Stream's
more
finally
grand
starting.
finales in the future.
The stream is finally starting.
Before we get into that, though, I just want to tell you that we'll be talking on Discord. So if you want to join the conversation, you can head over to TPSC Discord and join the Let's Talk channel. So you guys have the great fortune. I mean, I know you weren't the first people to step on the moon or climb Mount Everest, but you will be the first people to represent TPSC Discord. So say hi.
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 All right, great. So, well, as the title suggests, we have to fight versus ransomware. Well, we're not going to fight versus ransomware as we usually do, but this time we'll just let them battle it out in the arena and see what happens. So, to start things off, I have both versions of Petya, the red and the green. And both of these, by the way, are decryptable. These are the older variants, not the recent ones that attacked a lot of enterprises. I'm not talking about not Petya or blue Petya. This is the original ones, and they are fully decryptable. So if you're encrypted by these, you can get the keys, so don't worry about it. But hey, they also happen to wipe stuff. So they also happen to kind of screw up your Windows installation. We'll see which one does it better here. So I've got both of them selected, and we will go. So, guys, who do you think's going to win?
Red.
I'm not sure.
Red.
Let me see if people have any opinions in chat. Team Red.
Yeah.
Red team or blue team, guys?
Yeah, I mean, it's Star Wars.
Okay, let's go.
I say red.
Well, we got a blue screen.
Oh, that's fast.
Oh no, I'm actually checking chat on YouTube as well. So
Yeah,
that's fine.
Everyone said
pretty much
red.
everyone is red.
Yeah.
Someone's seeing blue, someone's
Okay,
seeing green,
alright.
but like
Oh.
90% is red.
So
And then it was
just
blue.
crash. Let's try and boot up again and see what happens.
Oof.
Who is that?
Oh great, no media. We don't boot up at all. So I guess we call that a tie.
Great.
To be fair, you could expect that with both the Petias involved. They
Yeah.
both destroyed each other, and now we just have the screen. Damn. So I'll just read out the names of some of the people on the Discord voice call, because I think it's in the viewer's best interests. So we've got Google with us, of course.
Mm-hmm.
And we've got the NSA, as usual. I mean, you can't have a conversation anywhere without the NSA being present, right? And then we've got Eugene Kaspersky.
Yeah.
The other two guys are boring, so I'm not even going to mention their names. And now there's people
Wow.
joining all over the place
Boring.
anyway. Okay, so now it's time to choose our next contestants. So I'm actually going to show you guys the entire folder where I have a full collection of ransomware. So there we go. Anybody has any preferences with regards to what we should run next? So we need to pick 2 ransomware variants.
Yeah. Cyrk.
Okay, someone wants Circ.
Shell
Fair
shock.
enough. Okay. Circ and Shell Locker. Okay, good. We'll do some of the ones from chat next. So if you guys don't remember, Circ was the Fortnite ransomware.
And that's why we choose it.
I remember that. I remember that very well.
Yeah.
It was mostly made for kids who got...
Okay, so shell locked is clearly the winner when it comes to locking our screen. So I'm also going live on Discord right now, so you guys can see it with lower latency.
So now we can respond when you actually say so.
Okay.
And not
Exactly.
20 seconds later.
But you can also keep an eye on the chat on YouTube and see what people are saying. Because,
Yeah.
well, you don't. You've got more screen real estate than I do. I've got so much stuff running.
Sorry I'm late to the party here.
That's okay. You've got, what, 50 slots? So plenty of space for people to join. But okay. So, only, what, 50? We've got plenty of time to pay the ransom. Come on, guys, pay up. How much do they want? Just $100, guys. Come on. Like, how many of us are in here? Let's
a lot.
let's split the bill. Oh, okay. Now there's a lot of us in here, so fair enough.
Holy cow!
Leo, are you
This
serious?
this filled up
I was
fast.
muted.
Yeah. But most people don't get their mics on.
No.
That's honestly, I like that at this point because I don't think we'd be able to hear anything if 14 people were talking at once.
So
But
Leo,
okay,
someone
let's
is
do some
asking if you think that NordVPN is safe after the hack.
Well, I've made a video on that, so you should definitely go check that video out. I did a security talk with another security engineer. We talked about a lot of stuff. Summary, TLDR. There's no reason to think that it's any less safe than any of the other VPNs out there. I mean, sure, you can review some legal stuff, but in general, it's not possible to audit the entire
I
security
think the most people were upset about was that NordVPN just like swept it under the rug like it was nothing, and then like they didn't tell people when it actually happened, which I think was what happened, which caused a lot of people to go crazy.
Yeah, because pretty much everyone get hacked sometime. But when you sweep it under the radar to make people think that you are completely perfect.
Yeah, so
Right.
we discussed that and a bunch of other stuff in the full video. So if you're interested, you can check that out. Now I'm going to restart the VM and let's see what happens.
Yeah.
A guy in the stream asked how the main machine is not getting infected.
Well, that's well, you're the NSA, so you should know that. I mean,
I know, but I want you to answer that.
yeah, I mean, obviously, the main machine. This is all running on VMware, and I've taken the necessary precautions, quote unquote. Now let's see. Oh, okay. So the files have been encrypted by Shell Locker. Looks like.
Allahu
Damn.
Akbar, Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar.
Okay,
Allahu
yeah,
Akbar.
I was afraid that this would happen.
Oh, there it goes.
So who's doing that?
I get
Allahu Akbar.
W.
Allah
are.
Simba,
Wait, can everyone still hear me?
Allah Allahu Akbar.
Oh my gosh.
So,
Oh yeah, and I should apologize, Leo, about my Oh, okay,
Oh,
there
we
he goes.
left.
Oh no! Oh yeah, I do want to apologize for my poor audio quality. I actually don't have my
All good, it's all
normal.
good.
It's all good because I don't have
Yeah.
my high definition.
Yeah, but just be quiet right now until Leo gets back. Otherwise, he's
Yeah.
not gonna join up again. Well, people got really happy about that.
Yeah, I'm reading
Good
that.
job,
Just
you made
reading-
him upset.
Just standing by.
Heil Hitler, Heil Hitler, Heil Hitler, Heil,
Oh
Sieg
my
Heil
God.
Hitler.
People like this. Don't get muted, but I get muted.
Don't mind the background.
Oh.
Hey, I mean, Eugene, you got the old Kaspersky logo. You need a new one.
Ja.
With the
Jag
fault.
vet tyvärr inte hur jag ska hjälpa dig med det. Men jag har lärt...
Allahu Akbar.
Mikrofonen har
Allahu
inaktiverats.
Akbar.
Shut up, Google Home.
Allahu Akbar. Allahu Akbar.
Google Home, shut down.
It's not me.
Oh, join the. Oh, okay.
That's really sensitive.
Join the council, apparently.
That's
Okay.
ooh,
Maybe it was just a mic problem. I
pretty
don't know.
nasty. Pretty nasty.
Allahu Akbar.
Shut up.
What?
Allahu Akbar.
Bruh. Alright, everyone mute this guy.
Yeah.
Oh, you.
Yeah.
Oh, you. Fuck you.
Yeah.
Fuck you. Fuck you.
I'm just
Okay.
Okay. Is anybody? Okay. Is the spamming stopped?
No, he's.
It
con-
hasn't.
But I mean, Leo made you and me moderators.
Yeah, that's right.
So if they continue, we just mute them
Leo called me
on the whole
boring.
server.
Just ban WUR.
Join council. Okay.
Oh my gosh, what is going on?
Oh, man.
Mods, please.
Which? Oh my gosh.
Get them out.
Okay, right click on the user, then ban.
So
Well, I
join
gotta.
council.
Okay, let me go talk with Leo real quick.
Or is that for mods?
Kaspersky. Bitdefender is better. Why is everyone so quiet?
I have no idea.
How y'all doing?
I'm doing pretty good.
Good.
Nice.
Okay. Okay, are we clear now? We actually just banned him. So are we clear now?
I
Yep.
believe Leo
Yeah.
won't be joining. He continues
will-
live.
No, he will join. He just set us in to come and take care of the spammer situation.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, man.
So, okay, are we done? Is there no more spam? Because I'm gonna say that right now. You will be banned if you're gonna start spamming again. Okay. Okay, I'll go tell Leo.
Did you ban that guy?
Yep, they did.
There's just haters out there, you know?
Hello.
Hello.
I'm back, guys.
Hi.
Oh, hey.
Hi.
Hello.
Now that we're all civilized again.
Yep.
Nice.
Hi.
Perfectly balanced, as everything
So,
should be.
thoughts on the next 2 ransomware files that we'll be using?
Let the chat
yeah.
choose.
What do you think? Somebody want Roblox viruses?
Okay, what's going on?
Someone is joining and leaving.
Do you guys remember the PewDiePie ransomware? That would be cool.
Yeah.
I don't
yeah.
recall.
Someone wants you
Yeah,
to run
Pewcrypt.
all of them at the same time.
Make a Python script.
Okay, we've got one, Pewcrypt. So, what's the other one?
Leo,
Let's see.
did you make a
I
video
checked
on the Jigsaw ransomware?
somebody's asking if
Okay, let's
the
go
first
Pewcrypt versus Jigsaw.
Leo, someone is asking if the first executed ransomware gets an advantage because the other one is still waiting for UAC.
Well, yeah, but there's no way to do them exactly at the same time. I mean, I guess I could write a script for it to spawn them, but yeah, for this video, we'll just have to try and run both. I mean, it shouldn't be that much of an issue because usually the process is going to start something else. Usually they'll have some commands they'll run, so both the commands should be executing by the time the process is in memory.
They will be executed virtually at the same time.
Yeah. So we've run both, and let's see. Huh,
I'm
our
literally
files
on the
aren't
list
yet
here as a
encrypted.
speaker
Maybe
and
that's
he
because
muted
we
me.
didn't go with... Oh, okay.
That's
No,
absurd.
I was wrong.
Can you start the live in Discord
I
again?
can't believe this.
Oh, yeah, sure.
Okay, there we go. Now I can. Is there a way on YouTube to like disable the video but just show the chat, or can you only do that on your own stream?
You can in the top right corner of the chat.
So now
right,
Pewcrypt
okay,
has
okay,
taken
okay,
over. So our files were actually encrypted by Jigsaw, but Pewcrypt got the splash screen. Oh, now we've got the Jigsaw splash screen. Okay, this is a tough one. Which one won, do you guys think?
Jigsaw.
I don't know. I mean, Jigsaw does take a while to actually before it executes because. Oh, maybe. I don't know. It's kind of hard to say because since that ransom note doesn't appear anymore.
I think it's not fair. I think Pewcrypt didn't work because, I mean, it worked, but I think it didn't encrypt the files maybe because it wasn't run as admin. You know what? Let's try this again. Let's see if we can repeat the results.
Is it only for me the stream is frozen in disk?
Yeah, I was wondering
also,
about that. I was
yeah.
like, is it just... Are we just sitting at this window?
It's not.
Leo,
frozen, is
you
it?
gotta stream the whole window, not just the program task.
Okay, can you guys hear me?
Yep. Yeah.
I keep getting muted for some reason. I don't know what I did.
Okay, so we're ready to go again. So let's go. Jigsaw and Pewcrypt. This time I'm gonna try running them both with UAC.
Okay. Just
As
joined
admin.
are wondering what this is.
What?
Yeah, people are wondering what you're doing. So can you just say it again?
Oh, I'm just running both as admin because last time we didn't run as admin, so I'm thinking maybe one of them got an unfair advantage. Let's see if we can repeat the results. So far, nothing has been encrypted. That's interesting. So we've got the usual Dropbox.exe and Java.exe, and yeah.
It's encrypted.
Pewcrypt again pops up first. And boom! Pewcrypt got the files encrypted first this time. Interesting. Let's see if Jigsaw is able to override. No pop-ups so far.
I was saying you didn't run Jigsaw.
I did.
Yeah, it did run.
Pop up, and I clicked OK.
He did vote.
What's the process hacker?
Or did he?
Dun dun dun.
Maybe try again.
No, that's not fair. We have to wait.
Well, I think he did.
There you go.
There it is.
Oh, look at that. It actually did.
But who's got the files? Let's see.
Yeah.
Well, it's still Pewcrypt. So Jigsaw wasn't able to encrypt. Now it's a tough one.
It can't
So
decrypt. How can?
What's your opinion, guys? Who's the winner here? Because we ran both times. We had different.
I would say
results.
Pewcrypt.
Yeah,
Pewcrypt.
Because
Maybe
it does a much quicker job.
Definitely Pewcrypt.
So here's some consolation for you guys. Even though PewDiePie lost to T-Series in the subscriber battle, at least the ransomware won out.
Yeah, against Jigsaw.
PewDiePie won against our rated R movie.
Okay, Leo, people are wanting to go on off topic. People want Kaspersky Free versus ransomware.
Well, actually, that's a fair question. I'm actually doing a Kaspersky Security Cloud review right now. It's in the editing stage, so that's going to be uploaded maybe sometime next week. That's your answer to that.
I need to seriously start doing AV videos again. I haven't done one in like maybe 8 months.
Yeah, cool. So let's see what's going to be the next two. By the way, you guys on YouTube who are watching the stream, you can send in any of your personal favorites in terms of ransomware or malware. All you have to do is post the VirusTotal link. Don't try to post direct malware. That's not going to be a good idea. Post the VirusTotal link to just scan the file on virustotal.com and share the link. And then we'll be able to run it on the stream.
Can you share
I
links
see
in YouTube?
a lot of people saying they want the Hitler ransomware.
Yeah, people want to get me banned, isn't it?
That's not very nice.
People just want to get me in trouble, get me demonetized. I don't even monetize my videos anyway, but...
Well, one of it said it.
Would that really get you demonetized, though?
Yeah.
Now people are really going off topic.
That's fine. Let's pick the next two ransomware files.
Yeah, someone said the Hitler one versus PewDiePie.
Actually,
that was
Or
really
no,
good.
Hitler
Actually,
versus Jigsaw.
somebody named Lord Bacon 235 said they please do Pet Yeah versus Satana.
That's fair enough. We could try that.
Has the Discord stream frozen again?
It is.
No, the Discord one's working fine.
Let's try and exit and rejoin.
We actually have Eugenie Kaspersky now. That's great.
Yeah, he changed it, but he's
Instead
got
of
the old logo. So they're saying, Kaspersky,
which-
shake hands with the NSA?
Yeah, that has happened. That happened here on TPSC. You saw it first here, right? So you know.
And only here.
Well, you never know. I mean, some of my ransomware findings have been picked up by other media. So they might pick up on this news as well. So I'm just going to go with Satana and Petia Green. Let's try both of these.
So there's this amazing TGN is saying Hitler ransom versus PewDiePie. Constantly.
I've already heard that suggestion, so
I mean,
yeah,
you don't
Leo
have to
just
repeat it.
doesn't.
He
doesn't wanna do
really
it.
wants it, so
By the way, MCB, you can mute people who are, messing up with the audio or whatever.
Okay, yeah. Okay,
So if somebody has like bad audio quality, just mute them.
Okay.
What? Windows can now find VSS admin? That's interesting. Okay, so we've got endless pop-ups.
Oh, was it
I
Petya
think
that did that, or
I don't know. It's
I
like,
think it's partially broken Windows.
this reminds me of that video you did that said UAC versus ransomware, and you had like 14 different pop-ups before it actually encrypted the files. But in this scenario, it's just errors.
yeah, this is even worse than the cascading errors we had with Windows Defender.
Someone is wondering what type of encryption is used.
Isn't it like RSA 2048 most of the time?
And
It
some
depends.
have
Like every
AES
single ransomware has their own encryption algorithm. Usually they use, the advantage of using RSA is they can keep, like with AES, sometimes they have a hard-coded key, which makes it easier for researchers to find the key and then make a decryptor. With RSA, usually they use the public key for encryption. The private key is on their server, so you're kind of screwed.
So wait, if someone wants to recover the file and it's RSA, so he can't recover the file unless they give the private key?
Yes. I mean, you can't do it in AES if you don't have the key either, but in AES, it's usually more a case of the key being hard-coded. So sometimes you can find the key within the ransomware itself. So that's interesting. We actually ran two ransomware variants that usually destroy Windows, but none of them did.
What?
They broke each other before they can.
Yeah, they broke each other before they. See,
It's like no, I want the
Protection, you know?
files. You get out of here. No, I want the files. Get out of here. And it's just a never-ending loop. They're having a tug of war.
Okay, let's see if our files were affected in any way. I doubt it. Nope.
It's ±1.
Yeah. So that's some protection advice for you guys.
Run two ransomware at the same time.
Although I'm not sure if I would recommend it, given that now that I'm clicking on the desktop, I can't even click on the desktop because there's some invisible pop-up or something preventing me, which is... I don't know if you can hear the sounds on stream, but yeah, I can't even do anything. Okay, let's try and reboot and let's see if our system is safe.
People are wondering where you're from, Leo.
Oh, that's a secret.
Yeah.
Not really. I mean, from my time zone, you can kind of guess it's GMT, so...
Yeah. Or you can just go in on his Steam profile.
I don't think people on YouTube know my Steam profile. I don't think I
No,
want
but
them
if
to know.
they join your Discord, then they will find out. If you just
Really?
they just press your profile
Okay,
in
so
the.
to be fair, it does look like we can't boot in anymore. So
It's like completely frozen, isn't it?
yeah.
It's a tie.
Yeah, I think we're done here. Let's go back to the snapshot.
Someone saying you're from Mars.
Well, I mean, I hope to be from there someday.
Technology just isn't there yet.
Somebody found it out.
Yeah, someone said England.
Yeah.
It's
I confirmed
not a
that.
particularly hard guess, obviously. But okay, so what are the two Goliaths that will fight it out next?
Let's see, we got Shade versus Loki, we got
WannaCry?
Popcorn versus Kangaroo.
Okay, let's go with Shade versus Loki. Wait, do I have Shade? Damn, I can't even find it. Oh, there we go. I haven't looked at this list in a long time.
Someone said
before today.
WannaCry versus Spora.
I feel
Yeah,
like
that's probably a
WannaCry
good
is just kind of it's overused a lot, in my opinion.
Yeah.
I mean, it is one of the most infamous threats, so I think a lot of people who didn't even know about ransomware came to know about ransomware from WannaCry.
Yeah, and haven't really heard about any other ones because they didn't get the same media coverage.
Yes.
It affected a lot of people.
What? Maybe 2.
So we've got Shade and Shade. What?
Somebody just
Looks
gave a
like we've
£2
got a winner.
donation.
Yeah.
What? Sorry?
Someone just gave a donation.
Oh, okay. I should take a look at the chat.
Is my pickle
Is my locker in this?
Gross.
Okay.
and
so
I
Hank
like
has
the one
actually-
over it. Linux is the best AV software ever.
Let me check PictoLocker.
Unless you have installed one.
I actually don't have PictoLocker because it's not like in the wild threat, let's say. But I guess we could add it for the next edition.
Yes.
He wants
So it
to know
looks like
about
Shade is still
Hitvirus.
in memory. I mean,
That's
Loki
weird.
didn't
It's like
like it.
it's like how it sits in memory and doesn't do anything. It's like,
well, yeah.
Maybe they
I mean,
have
to
the
be
same.
fair,
I mean, there
not
is
even
those
using much CPU.
ransomwares out there that will encrypt other stuff that you don't see on the desktop, but just not working going in general. It's like, I mean, could the control and command servers be down?
Or
yes,
maybe
I mean that is possible. A lot of these ransomware variants are quite old.
so they maybe start at the same place. Just
My
keep
bad.
arguing over doing stuff to the file.
I lagged out. I'm sorry.
Leo, someone's asking if you have online courses for cybersecurity.
Personally, I'm not a huge fan of courses. It's just me. Some people like them, I guess, but I've never been a huge fan of just courses in general, like sticking through a curriculum. I feel like it kind of makes it feel more like work than it is. Some people enjoy it, and it's perfectly fine if you do. I just prefer learning on my own and actually doing something, like picking up a project or taking up a challenge and then trying to figure out what I need to learn in order to get that done. I find that much more motivating and rewarding as opposed to just having a bunch of stuff that I need to read without any context.
Okay, whoever asked that, here's your answer.
So, you know what? I'm just going to try running Locky as admin. Let's see if that does anything. Because. Oh!
There it goes. And now is trying to delete the shadow copies.
Oh, okay. So now Shade kicks in. What?
What the?
So as you can see, it is a Windows 10 file.
So when I run Locky, that's when Shade decides, oh, okay. it wasn't just that. It wasn't just that Locky lost. I'm just going to humiliate it.
Okay, somebody sent a Google Drive thing. It got removed.
Yeah, you can't send Google Drive stuff. I'm sorry. No, don't try to send malware over YouTube chat. That's a bad idea.
He was like, enjoy.
No. So what you can do is upload on VirusTotal, share the link, or share the hash. Hash is fine. I can get it. So we've got about 50 readmes on the desktop, which is appropriate.
And now we'll all wait when Leo reads through all of them.
Unless we've got some Russian speakers in here, I don't think that's going to happen.
Well,
to be fair,
we
they
got
do have an
Eugene
English
Kaspersky.
version, so.
Well, I'm Dutch, so no.
Liar.
Right. Yeah. So this is a clear win for Shade. Locky couldn't do anything. So Windows 10 file, by the way, that's Shade's extension. So yeah, you've got a clear winner.
Question: is Windows Defender active?
No, it's not. Thankfully, I think for most people.
Yeah, I think because
if Windows Defender was active and I was running, ransomware from ages ago,
then that definitely says something about it. But
to be fair, I don't think Windows Defender detected at least it wasn't very good when most of these threats came out. Of course, it's improved quite a bit since then, but.
So someone says...
Yeah, but still, Windows Defender just has so many security holes. Like, it takes 2 lines, in command prompt to shut it off.
Even my antivirus, Malwarebytes, it picked it up as a virus, actually.
What? Well, that's Malwarebytes for you. Okay, so next to gladiators. Come on, guys, we've got 53 items here?
Yeah, people aren't saying that much. They're just talking about what AV you should use.
And it's pretty much Kaspersky versus Bitdefender and Avast.
Everyone.
Well, you guys can
Malwarebytes.
give me your own suggestions. You don't have to go by the chat.
I'm gonna have to say, dude, recent maybe Kaspersky
GoldenEye.
because
GoldenEye.
No, I meant ransomware.
Ransomware. WannaCry versus Sporta or Shade versus Sport.
Okay, let's do Shade versus Spora because Shade won the last round.
Try 3 ransomware at the same time.
I think that's too much. At that point, maybe the delays and stuff will start to affect the results.
Annabelle ransomware.
Yo, can you tell us about Pete virus?
Can you push WannaCry? No. Sharing malware samples is not something we do around here because we don't want to get you infected.
Yeah, but there's
Well,
this
the thing is, it's kind of like a control mechanism. So if you know enough about how to deal with malware, you typically know how to get it as well. It's kind of like if you're doing that kind of research, you have access to those things. And if you don't have, well, there's probably good reason you shouldn't.
And Leo is taking responsibility. Not
Finally,
putting
isn't
people
it?
into trouble.
I usually leave that to Lise, but
Yeah.
yeah, I mean,
guys,
she's
you know
not
what?
here
But she's
today,
not here.
so.
Guys, just so you know, anybody watching, malware is not a toy, including ransomware. You should not. If you don't know what you're doing, then I would highly
Don't
advise
do
not
this at
touching
all.
it.
always.
Yeah, I should have added that as a preface, but
Always
it,
put
it
it
is
on
the PC security channel, so
Even before
yeah, that should
people
go
come,
without
I have
saying.
run malware.
Always put it on a VM.
So
Remember,
it looks like we've got the ransom note from Spora, and we can't even open File Explorer to see what else is going on. Well, we can. It's just that the shortcut's broken. So what? Our data is fine? This is a surprise.
What?
Someone asked if you use Verlocker.
Okay, so this is encrypted. Okay, it's probably encrypting as we speak.
I think if you recall, Spora doesn't change the file extension, so
yeah, right. So what happened to Shade? Maybe it's still running in the background. We have to give it.
Okay, please don't tell me somebody's spamming in the background again.
Somebody's joining and leaving. I'll ban them from the server next time they join. Damn it.
Oh, it's that person.
It's Pear. It's Pear.
Who is it?
Pear.
It's the amazing fruit that it's kind of like an apple, but it's not an
it's
apple.
Pear. Yeah, I'll take care of him.
Okay.
No, I mean she's fine. She's probably just trolling unless she says something. She has a role, right? She's in gaming party.
Sometimes
she's just
I lag out.
joining and leaving. Yeah, she's in gaming party.
Oh yeah, she's in gaming party.
There's a Ali0909 who's really sad because he's asking about Pete virus. He wants you to talk about it.
I have no idea what that is. Okay, so Shade eventually wins, as usual, huh? So Shade is like one of those slow to the party, but once it gets started, just destroys everything. So Spora actually encrypted stuff first, but it didn't even encrypt one of the files, and Shade encrypted both of them. So I think again, Shade's the winner here.
He's the guy that never does anything unless you go up and beat him.
So pretty much at this point, the document is double encrypted because Spora encrypted it without changing the file extension, and then I already forgot its name.
Shade.
Encrypted. Yeah, Shade encrypted again. So even if you get one of them decrypted, you still have another to deal with.
Yeah, at that point, your files are probably just done for. So
I actually got, about 2 years ago, I got infected by the Dharma ransomware, but I had no idea what it was. So.
Right, so what's next?
GoldenEye versus
Spora. The Dharma ransomware. I'd like to know how my PC got infected.
Okay. Dharma and what's the other one gonna be?
GoldenEye?
Yeah, GoldenEye. It beats
That's
everything.
a bit of a heavyweight contender, but fair enough.
Okay, well, how about this? Which one do you think would win if all three were run at once? Both Petya Red and Green and Goldeneye, or do you think all of them? Like, which one do you think would win?
I think we've already got the answer to
Goldeneye.
that because we ran both the Petias.
Yeah, so
I think it's
Goldeneye.
just gonna. I think we're just never gonna boot in to figure out.
Is there a way to just disable UACs so you can run those without having to right click run as an administrator because they automatically
I
have?
could just disable UAC, I guess.
Yeah,
but I doubt
don't
it
you do
makes
that?
that much difference.
That sounds really unsafe, but you know.
Yeah,
Yeah, but this is the VM.
But at the
it
same
is a
time,
VM, so.
But at the same time, the first
running
one.
ransomware.
But
Yeah,
but
that's
also if you remember, you get two UAC prompts, so the first one runs first. But if you disable UAC, then they'll both run at the exact same time.
Yeah.
Hack 5 did something where they bypassed UAC, I think.
Somebody sent a hash, the same one who sent before, but now it's a hash instead of.
Oh, nice. Okay. You
in
can try that
malware
next.
testing.
Malware testing.
So right now, people are just in chat. They are just talking about which OSs can get viruses and which one cannot.
Fine. So we've got a new hash. Let's take a look.
It looks like it's something called Strictor.
Well, that's just a common name, so it doesn't really say much. Bitdefender
yeah,
signatures are not very good. In
well, Virus Total's saying that a lot, so
yeah. But that's just because Bitdefender engine is used by a lot of other
right.
ones.
All right. Right. Okay. Yeah. Sorry, I mislooked that.
let's
Yeah, I can't tell. Virus Total doesn't say what it is, unless it's under the community tab. Something called Bliss.
Okay, it was. Looks like it's something from the wild, so fair enough. We'll just grab this one. To be fair, I'm actually quite impressed at how civil the Discord has been ever since we banned the first wave of spammers.
Yeah.
So, okay, since neither of these actually did anything, let's go ahead and add our new contender here.
Error file remover. Is this even a ransomware or is it just a program?
I guess we'll find out.
Then it does nothing.
We're doing the Dharma one and the Goldeneye one, right?
Yeah, I've run both of those.
Oh, okay.
The one who sent the hash in says that it's ransom. So it's confirmed.
Well, it didn't do anything on this system, at least not yet. And I think the process has quit already, so interesting. Let me try running as admin. So it runs Windows installer and then just quits. So
I don't think it actually works till you reset your PC. I'm not too sure though.
Someone is asking, what's the worst X-verse of any kind? you have dealt with.
Okay, I'll just restart. What's the worst?
Yeah, so malware.
Sorry, can you repeat that question?
Yeah, what's the worst Xware? So anything you have dealt with.
Huh. I'd have to say, like, Shade was probably really bad when it first came on because again, it's not one of the ransomware variants that you can actually decrypt or do much with.
Okay.
Okay, so it did do. Nice.
IRQL, not less or equal. Well, that's normal for RAM.
Oh look, it's the scam. It's the scam phone number help. I think that's what that error thing did.
This is not that bad. Let's see.
Yeah. Oh yeah, it's just
Do you think this sample is around 2 years old? Do you think the number still works?
That would be interesting to find out. If anybody's in the US, you can try. So it allows us to open the browser. Okay, the website is down. Wait. Yeah. So the only thing it does, I guess, is just it's also got this nice audio effect, so fair enough.
I don't hear any audio effect. Do I not have my sound settings correct?
Nor do I.
I don't either.
Yeah, I don't hear it.
I mean, you wouldn't hear it on Discord. You have to be on the YouTube stream.
All right.
And Emma Yak says, "Hello, this is Microsoft Tech Support."
Attention. Your computer may
I don't want to call them.
Oh,
I just found a online phone. Should I try calling it?
Sure.
It'd probably be like, welcome to tech support.
We can totally
What did I just
transition into
hear?
tech support.
What the heck?
Let's call him Leo, or whoever that is.
MCB, you can try calling and you can put it on speaker.
Okay, the call ended pretty quick, so it said the line was unavailable.
Oh yeah, I mean, I would expect that. I wouldn't expect their scam business to be running this long.
Yeah,
Those things
yeah.
usually-
So yeah, then and I think it caused my window to crash. Yeah, it like said the line was busy, so I'm pretty sure that was just I'm pretty sure it's down. Like, I mean that was pretty much expected anyway. So.
Someone is wondering, how did I get here?
That's a good
I
question.
asked myself the same question.
Why do people? Well, I guess they make it for money, but what other reason would people ever make ransomware?
What other reason do you need? I mean, they're cyber criminals, right?
Right.
Ransomware is mostly financial malware. So there used to be a time when people made viruses for fun or just to troll. But these days, most are just financially motivated.
Today,
so.
It's gotten bad.
For everyone in the chat asking Bitfan versus Kaspersky, just watch some videos and choose whichever you prefer. They are pretty much as good.
Or like Kaspersky more. I said that still wrong.
Yeah, your name is Eugene Kaspersky.
It's not my name.
No, it's the founder's name.
So what are we running next?
Am I keep hearing the word Sega?
Samples. Oh no, I think somebody was just trying to spam. I've banned them anyway, so that's fine.
Oh.
If you heard Sega, you're a pretty nice guy.
Yeah, I think I.
Well, I couldn't tell if I was hearing Sega or the other word, but I'm not gonna say it. Yeah.
Zaiba versus Blinker Object.
Okay, that's interesting.
Does paying actually decrypt your files? Sometimes it will not, but we do not advise ever paying the ransom at all. It's
Yeah, so
sometimes you
essentially,
can have a
you don't
scenario
have a
that it
choice,
does, but
it's a good idea to, if you're going
it's like
that
a
route.
big gamble.
Yeah, it's a big gamble, so I would definitely consult with other people before you go down that route. Just make sure that there's no other way to decrypt your files, and even if you do go that route, it's some people advise that you should negotiate with the ransomware authors or ask them for a sample decryptor. And then when you get the sample decryptor, it's often a good idea to get a reverse engineer to look at it, because sometimes they can use the data in that sample to decrypt all your files, or figure out a way so that the process is going to be the easiest for you, essentially. But obviously, again, we do not advise paying the ransom, because it is what fuels this industry.
I mean, if everybody just had like an anti-ransomware on their systems in both businesses and home, then do you think the ransomware industry would crash pretty quickly because nobody would get infected by
Unfortunately
ransomware?
not.
Like,
So
maybe just back up your data.
yeah, that's fair. But usually, in a lot of cases, when, especially in the case of targeted attacks in enterprise,
right,
a lot of the companies that get affected, it's not the case that they don't have protection or they don't have backups or any of that. The ransomware authors actually manage to gain access to the systems, disable the backups and whatever protection they have, and then run the ransomware anyway. So it doesn't really matter if you get hacked or if you have weak passwords and they manage to figure out a way to access your systems. You might have really good protection, but if you're vulnerable in one way or the other, they can still get in.
Plus, there's cryptors too, right? What?
So it's late. I got to go.
Yeah, you can drop out. By the way, if anybody needs to go, you don't have to tell me. You can drop
Another
out anytime.
agent is going to join you shortly.
Hey Leo, can I go to the bathroom?
No.
Oh.
No one is allowed to go to the toilet.
I just read so.
Until our files are encrypted.
Till somebody who's viewing the live has been encrypted.
Well,
then you
I
can't.
will save you all.
So you know what? Let's just go with the next two, so you guys can pick again.
Yes.
I mean, we can try Annabelle.
Oh yeah, Annabelle.
Visual ones.
Annabelle versus Jigsaw.
Yeah.
Yeah, fair enough.
Yeah.
The horror grand finale.
What horror is worse?
What do you mean?
Leo, someone asked in chat, do you like Fortnite?
No.
Of course he likes Fortnite, because why
But he has promised that if he gets to 1 million subs, he will do a video playing it.
That's right. If I get to 1 million subscribers, then I'll play Fortnite.
I will install it just to play with you.
So everybody, sub right now.
Yeah, everybody sub right now to Leo's channel right now.
Crap. Blue screen. We've got our third blue screen of the night?
Yeah, I think so.
Oh, yep, there it goes.
Hey Leo, there's a really nice guy here. He said this is his favorite YouTube channel.
No shit.
Someone said, imagine if we get Fortnite ransomware.
Oh, we already have.
We already have that.
Yep, already done that. You're too late to the party.
Also, that second we tested.
Gotta get those free V-Bucks somehow.
Yeah.
What about Robux?
Yeah.
Enderwolf, with regards to your question in main, yes, you can if you're nice.
There is a legit way to get free V-Bucks in Fortnite. Have a nice friend with rich parents.
What would happen if you run the Malex on the ransomware folder with the protection off? Which one would survive? But in that scenario, would like all of them be encrypted anyway?
Okay, we're in the boot manager. What?
Did you kill the?
Yeah, we managed to kill the VM.
People want Malex on the entire ransomware folder.
You know,
people want the entire ransom. Damn.
Hello. What would happen?
Roll the next snapshot.
Okay, what do we do next?
People are sending in some malware samples into Discord.
It's the same as before. Wait, there's one new.
Oh, okay, nice. We've got some more of our
Two new
colleagues.
Do you have NotPetya?
Yes, I do, but that one usually you have to launch it separately, so it's a bit of a pain to do in this way.
Oh yeah, that's true.
One guy is asking, can you run a virus?
Your mic is...
yeah, Enderwolf, can you please not breathe in your mic?
There is a...
quality ASMR.
Yeah. There is a guy that is
Okay,
asking,
so-
can you run a virus that will escape VM and damage the host computer?
Yeah, people always ask me that. I mean, it's possible if there's a vulnerability in the virtualization technology.
Yeah, like if it could detect it's running in a virtual machine and then find an exploit to get out, but
Someone keeps saying put viruses on Linux, which is probably not possible.
Why?
It is. It is.
You just pissed off
viruses
Leo.
on
You just
I mean,
made Leo mad.
anything can get a virus as long as it's made for it. For example, an exe file, it can only be run in Windows. So it actually needs to be made for that operating system.
To be fair, there's a lot of ransomware on Linux as well, but it's usually tailored to certain kind of websites. So certain CMS platforms, let's say.
Well, to be fair, if you're using Linux, I don't think you should get fooled by ransomware in the first place.
You'll be surprised. I don't
Yeah.
think you understand how the attack vectors usually work.
Yeah,
It's
I mean,
not a case of being fooled. I mean, a lot of the time there's an entire IT security firm guarding these enterprises, and they manage to get infected anyway. So I think you underestimate the sophistication of threats and how targeted some attacks are. Of course, I mean, if you're looking at the traditional old school kind of attacks where you're going to a website or something and you click on a random file and get infected, like that rarely ever happens these days. But that doesn't mean that malware is going away.
So
it'd be nice to have a world where people wouldn't create ransomware and then it wouldn't have to deal with these major malware
Most companies-
infections.
We got Watermelon honeypots now, though, right?
Yeah, there is honeypots, but it's usually just there to trap for people that are trying to get into the system, and then that way they can just...
Oh, I see.
So we've got the two new files that we got from the viewer suggestions. let's try these. Let's see what happens. Okay, this one just opened up Event Viewer. That's interesting.
What's the point
This
of
is
that?
probably another one of those scam call types, you know, where they go through the Event Viewer and
Oh,
say,
yeah.
here's an error. Oh my god, here's an error.
You got 23 errors, Leo.
Yeah, I better call Microsoft, isn't it? They need to fix my computer.
Scam baiting.
Do you hate it too if
So-
Windows just ships with too
so-
many errors?
Leo, a guy is wondering, is it possible to proactively protect vehicles against cyber attacks?
Okay, that's a pretty good question. While I was at university finishing my master's, I was working with some people who are essentially working on the future of cybersecurity for self-driving cars. You have to realize that in a car, there's so many system critical parts. Like, sure, if a computer fails, it's not that big of a deal. But if your brakes fail while you're in the car, that's a big problem. So the idea is essentially to build independent systems. So systems like your brakes have to be separated from the central control so that even if the operating system of the car, say, is exploited in some way, the system critical systems have a second way of functioning. So they're not completely under the control of some kind of hacker potentially. But obviously that's a great area of research. But that's the kind of security we're trying to build into those things, compartmentalize everything.
What's funny is that Tesla, or I'm not sure if it's Tesla, but like some self-driving cars are like encouraging browsing social media while it's driving itself or something like that.
I think those are like the completely like anonymous cars. Like you don't have the backup wheel, but
Yeah, I mean, some of these self-driving cars, they market themselves as, oh yeah, it drives completely on its own, but they really do need people.
Yeah.
I feel we're getting kind of off topic now.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. I mean, UAC bypass and privilege escalation. We're not really looking into that right now. We're trying to ransomware versus ransomware, so
This
I'm
guy
not
said
really
Chrome
analyzing the
can
files
virus.
that we're getting. We're just doing this for the giggles.
They say that ransomware is not a toy, but here we are playing with that as a toy.
It's a toy if you're a malware analyst.
I mean, true.
Yeah,
Just killing Windows for
yeah, kind of
giggles.
like a hammer is a toy for a carpenter. Or for an unresponsible kid.
Okay, 2 new ransomware variants to go head to head. Who's it gonna be?
WannaCry versus Mems.
Mems.
I don't have memes.
ain't
I'm
even a
not running
ransomware.
memes. You know what? I should make a video about memes. It's well,
What
it's
ad
stuff of
revenue?
legend.
For the nice clicks.
Someone in chat said Windows is malware. Do you agree with that statement, Leo?
That's a tough one.
It's more spyware, Mike.
I mean, typically you got Microsoft spying on you, so it's pretty much adware already.
Yeah, you can call it like
Then it's Android.
by the older definitions, maybe adware, spyware. I don't know. It's kind of hard to tell. Like, I mean, it's obviously not malware, but
Nigger.
Whoa, whoa.
Okay.
Okay. Who just said that they are getting banned?
I think it
What
was
happened?
yellow.
Well, look at the join logs. Who joined the
have-
neck? Who joined last?
Wait, hang on. Where are the logs?
Someone in the last person who joined voice chat was yellow, so
Yeah, they were yellow, so they were an up-to-date person.
I bet Leo loves it when this happens.
To be fair, it's kind of asking for trouble doing something like this where I'm opening this entire thing up. But, well, it's worth the risk, at least so far.
Am I not able to look at logs?
Mods isn't good enough to do that. Hey Leo, should I make everyone who is actively in the conversation speakers?
Hi.
Hello.
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 It's hard to kind of add everyone to speaker, I think, because speaker was originally intended for the security talk thing. But anyway, 2 more ransomware files. Come on, guys. You've got plenty still to go.
Snake.
Yes,
Bad
wanna
Rabbit.
cry.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Oh, crap,
Whoa,
I can't find
who is
it.
that?
I think GoldenEye versus Sport.
Did you see it? Who was it?
They left immediately after they said it.
But yeah, did anybody see who it was?
No.
Do Bad
Check-
Rabbit
check-
versus Snake
Unfortunately,
game.
I didn't see it. So
Check the logs.
where do you?
I don't
check
have
the
access
logs?
to the logs.
How do you check the logs?
Leo, do Bad Rabbit versus Snake game.
Yeah, you right click on the server icon and you say like server settings or something. I forget. But I have a Discord server, so
Yeah, but
yeah, it's server settings. Or
the only one who got access to
yes, yeah, it's server settings.
logs is Leo.
Except the problem is he doesn't even have access to the logs, so
Yeah. Yeah, Leo, could we get access to those logs?
Sure.
I like to run memes on my computer.
That's not smart.
Yes, it is very smart. It makes it so your computer is very fast.
Dude, that's so cool. I
Keep
usually
you
download
online with
more
the
RAM
memes.
as well.
MEMS virus is
What
not
about
nice.
Open browser?
Okay, AJ, you need to seriously lower your mic.
Yeah.
Oh, one sec.
yeah, it's really loud.
Is it lower?
Nope, still too loud.
It's like
Okay, let me turn it down on Discord. Settings, input. Is it better now?
that's too low.
That's too low now.
Yeah.
No, it's perfect.
Alright, is it good? Is it good now?
Yeah,
Yeah, that's fine. That's a
good.
lot better.
That's perfect.
Here.
Oh my.
It was
feet.
yellow.
Oh my gosh!
It was
Who is
yellow.
it?
The yellow guy.
Is it what yellow
He just-
guy?
He tried.
Yeah,
He
he's
was to the
done
bottom.
now.
He
He's back.
tried.
Oh,
Okay.
it was yellow?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah. Thank freaking goodness.
Leo, is there any way you can make a video about how to create an undetectable VM? I've found a video of someone who did that under Linux, and he said that even Windows, it just somehow passes through all the stuff from the real computer so the VM doesn't know that it's virtualized.
How to make virus 2019.
Yeah, so there are a lot of things you can do to kind of disguise your VM so that the anti-VM kind of measures that a lot of malware uses to hide when it detects that's being run in a VM. So I think there are a lot of tutorials on that already. I might make a video on that at some point. But then again, I'm like really backed up in terms of cybersecurity tutorial type videos. So
yeah.
Leo, what
okay, it's interesting. So the Snake game, it's still going. I don't think our files are encrypted yet. Oh no, they are. Okay.
Yep, there it goes.
Yep.
Oh, that one isn't. What?
Hey, wow, okay. Leo, if I may just throw that out there, since we're talking about cybersecurity, are you ever going to, do a video on an SQL injection anytime?
I mean, SQL injection is it's more an attack technique. I don't usually do attack techniques. I think YouTube doesn't like it when you try to show hacking methods and things like that. And in
there
videos.
might be a video already on there.
Yeah, I mean, there are plenty of videos on SQL
Yeah.
injection. It's not particularly interesting these days anyway. I mean, it's just about using SQL commands where they shouldn't be directly used. So it's not particularly exciting as an attack vector for me. It's more, I guess, for the Linux side of things when you're looking into websites. But then again, it's still one of the most basic things.
I like how Discord says you're streaming a game, but more.
Yeah,
like
I noticed that
streaming-
too. It says you're streaming a
just
game,
like-
but you're streaming
yeah.
VMware Player.
Yeah, yes, definitely streaming a game. Yes, Discord. You're very
I mean, I see some people playing VMware, so.
playing VMware.
I guess this is a game, right?
Yeah.
It's a game
Yeah,
of
It's ransomware versus ransomware. That's
Leo,
the game.
let's make it
Yeah, I
into
guess
an
it is.
official game.
ransomware.
Post it on
encrypts
Steam.
Ransomware.
We make a server with a VM where people can just go in, choose to ransomware, and have them battle each other. It will be the best online game ever.
Leo, what AVs do you recommend?
At the cost of your computer.
'Cause I like.
It's on his website. Just check his website for his not recommended, but the antivirus programs which he says that they don't suck too hard. I would call it like this.
Leo, do you remember that guy like yesterday or last week that was like, AVs don't do anything?
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Leo.
Oh, the comments.
There's
That was
always.
amazing.
Yes,
Leo,
AVs.
you should try downloading the.
Yes, AVs don't
What's it
do
called?
anything. Yes, very right. Very correct.
You should try downloading the FileZilla app.
I actually
and then running
did,
it, 'cause I think it's malware.
I don't know if you guys saw it in the Discord chat of like me trying to like tell this person saying, "Oh, you just need common sense. You don't need an AV," and I'm just like, "Dude, you've got so much to learn." And he says he's been like in IT for 9 years, and I'm like, "Yeah, I highly doubt that."
Okay, so that's completely off topic, but I will mention my thoughts briefly. I think I will have to make a video separately on issues like that. But again, in general, I think people confuse. I think there's a fair point that people make that the cybersecurity landscape has changed a lot in the last, let's say, 5 years. So 5 years ago or 10 years ago, you'd have your typical parents, right? And they would go to some random website or they'd be trying to download VLC media player, whatever, and they get infected by this Trojan that does funny things. And that kind of rarely happens these days. And a lot of people credit it to Windows Defender. I don't think it's mostly Windows Defender. I think it's also the fact that the way applications are delivered is very different these days. So
right
before it was like, you would go to this file download website and search for your favorite applications. That's not how it works. I mean, you've got app stores and it's very centralized. And they're very specific applications these days that people use. Most of the time, they don't even have to go out looking for anything. So the computer comes with most of the things they use. And that means that more in the wilds, or the wild west that the web was in terms of exe files, doesn't really exist anymore. But I think what has happened as a result of that is that, yes, there are fewer people who get attacked by malware randomly. But the attacks that do happen are very targeted, very successful, and cause a lot of financial damage, which was not the case before. So I think it's just that things have changed. In some ways, you can say for the better, in some ways for the worse. But either way, it's not like cybersecurity as a problem is going away. I think it's actually getting worse as we depend more and more on digital systems.
Right. And there's also with the scenario with this, but like not just click on executables. There's also like the drive-by downloads as well. So,
well, there's that, and then there's email attachments. I think another thing that a lot of people, when they say that, okay, if you're careful, then you don't get infected. I think one of the things they don't realize is it's easy to say that when you're explicitly thinking about what happens when you get malware, right? So, for example, when I'm doing malware analysis, of course, I'm trying to analyze each and every file. But that's not how you operate as a user, right? So day to day, you're not going to analyze every single file, or you're not going to notice every small thing. Like, for example, if you're going to an office and you're going through, let's say, 20 or 30 emails every single hour, are you really going to check every time you get an attachment? Or are you just going to click on it? It's easy to say, well, check, because it's easy to say just check when you're talking about that situation in particular. But for someone who's doing that 40 or 50 times a day, their mode of operating is very different from how you would evaluate a file. Of course, when you give somebody a malware and a legitimate file and tell them to compare and find out, a lot of people will say, oh yeah, this is malware because this is .exe, and the attachment shouldn't be .exe. And I think people who make such propositions don't really understand the level of detail that different situations require. So
right, like,
I don't like that argument.
Even up to the point that, of course, Windows hides the extensions by default, so people will see just the .jpeg and be like, oh, so this isn't malware, this is just a picture. And then the next thing they know, their files are encrypted because they clicked on an exe.
I really hate the default setting of Windows.
It happens.
Yeah,
They changed it.
And then, for example, if you get an email from somebody who's been infected by a similar
you've got this situation where if you've got, let's say, one cloud vendor who's supplying, a major application, if they get infected, and like what happened with CCleaner, essentially, right? So if there's a supply chain attack, this is one of the areas where security has actually gotten worse. So before, if there was a supply chain attack, everybody would have different security systems, right? But even if one of the systems didn't work, somebody would block it. But if we have a supply chain attack now and everybody's using Windows Defender and it bypasses Windows Defender, boom. Now all of a sudden you've got millions of users who are vulnerable to this one attack. So that's where I think diversity and security is really a good approach. But
I'm curious where the people will say if you just open an email, it'll automatically infect you. Is that really true, or do you have to click on something?
You have to click. Yeah.
Well, it depends on the application. So, yeah, I mean, there might be application exploits for specific email applications. But,
and then, for example, if a
in
colleague
general,
sends
usually what happens, it's macros in a Word document, or it's an actual exe file. So that's the most common thing, but that doesn't mean that.
Another issue with that, the security as well, is like Windows Mail will automatically download all attachments, but won't actually run until you actually click on the attachment, is from what I've noticed. So every time I scan from like empty stuff, it will say in my mail folder, hey, there's actually this in here.
Yes. Maybe you can disable it in the settings, because I wouldn't appreciate such a behavior of the email client.
I'm getting a lot of these pings about the recent QR code from Discord.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Scan this QR code for
My
free
voice
gift.
is kind of small. Wait. Is that... I'm just getting tired, guys. It's been 1 hour, 40 minutes or so.
Maybe this is a good time to announce. Everybody that's watching, if you get a message with the Discord QR code, don't scan it, delete it, don't scan it, or people can get in your account. Yeah, report it as well. Don't scan the
Automatically,
QR
they
code.
can get in your account.
Yeah, because it's their new way of logging in.
Yeah, it bypasses 2FA.
Does this happen?
It even yeah. Well, it's new, and besides, it can bypass two-factor authentication, which is another big problem. So
really,
that's kind of
Yeah, I mean,
Huge problems. They
I mean,
bypass
two-factor authentication. It has been a so good thing that they started adding it to things because it makes you less rely on your static password because you have a code that changes all the time.
Right.
A password can never truly be your identity.
Yeah, well, these days we've got a lot of authentication methods, but I think the real problem is computers will never understand a certain person is. So there's always going to be some way to exploit them. I don't think cybersecurity is a solvable problem.
Humans are the biggest vulnerability when it comes to computers.
Yeah.
Yeah, but they're also the users. So
yeah.
So yeah, sure. You can make something that no one can use, and it's sure that's not the point. That's kind of what I say to
problem
sometimes.
Oh yeah, I get a Minecraft server. I have made it so nobody can connect to it from anywhere.
I get the user can be careful, but if you get some worm like via network, it doesn't help.
Minecraft. Yes, I play Minecraft 24/7.
The thing is, if a legitimate person can access it, and a non-legitimate person can also access it too, because especially in companies, hackers tend to spend a month, 2 months, or even 3 months just studying the company and their habits.
Yes, so you're talking about targeted attacks, and that's what I was mentioning earlier as well. So yeah, that's usually what happens these days. Hackers spend a lot of time, they invest a lot of effort to get into this one big organization, and then they launch their attack. So they don't just randomly shoot ransomware to like millions of people and hope that they get a certain percentage of people who pay the ransom. They actually have a particular target in mind. They execute their attack, and then they know exactly what they can get from there. So it's a very specific financial operation these days, which is what makes it a lot more dangerous.
Yeah, especially it's up today. It's like, what are you just gonna pay? Like, you send the random amount of, it's like a certain amount of ransomware to like 1 million people. Well, how many of those are protected against ransomware and all that stuff? Or are you gonna hit an organization with $3 million, which you can exploit? And that's just one of the main issues today. It's just, especially with these targeted attacks, that they can, if wrong hands get access to the system, it can do a lot of damage.
Yeah, that's why people like Facebook pay good people to actually
in some
try and
ways
get
you
through
can
the
say
security.
that cybersecurity has gotten a lot better recently. So as a Windows user who's just browsing day to day, you might think, well, cybersecurity has gotten a lot better. Why do you need an AV anymore? But the point is, again, like an AV isn't just a home AV that you run on your PC, right? That's not what it fundamentally is. So fundamentally, what we're talking about is a detection engine. So what can tell malware from not malware? And that's something that we'll always need to automate, because what else are you going to do? Have humans that manually look at every single file like that ever exists? Like, or are you going to automate that? Like, think about any other industry.
Yeah, recent news. Kaspersky hired 1 million people to keep an eye on their sample coming in.
And now TPSC is making their own AV where they use the TPSC community as AV detection. So you
Oh, we
can
could
just
actually do
open
that.
your files for a week while we're analyzing.
We should just start our own tech support. Like, we should.
Well, Leo did actually. He did make like a ransomware.
Anyway, I think we've
thing.
totally gotten off topic to the point where I think it's a good time to end the video.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Thank you everyone for joining. Apologies for the couple of spam attempts that managed to get through. We're still upping our security here at TPSC.
We're upping our Discord security. I mean,
I'm hiring more. I'm
Just out of
getting more
curiosity,
AVs.
Yes,
Is that a QR code still in the chat?
Let's add Windows
me
Defender to
see.
the file.
Because I want to scan it with just to see what the raw data is.
I have a query scanner which does the too, which just displays the data and doesn't open the link directly.
What?
Yeah.
Guys,
So
guess how
it'll
many
just tell
antiviruses
me.
I have for no reason? I have
Where is it?
42 antiviruses
Secure it.
for no actual reason.
Well, if you got did you just say you have 32? If you have 32 at the same
No,
time, you've got a lot.
42.
So even higher.
42. Yes, I'm still getting more.
What? Why? That's just
Don't
going to
worry,
decrease
they're
your
not
performance.
They're not installed, alright? I just have the installers on my
Anyway,
PC for
I
no
think
actual reason.
I think we'll have to catch up maybe next week or something. We might do this more often now. It was one of the things I planned on doing this year, was doing more live streams. And as we get along, I guess we'll get better at it.
Do
and
you
we'll
have a DVR on, Leo? So people
let's-
that are just tuning the stream want to watch it later? They
Oh
can
yeah,
actually see it.
yeah. It's actually entirely being recorded. I will decide later on if it's going to be published as a video on the channel. But eventually, all the streams should be available as video. So that's the end goal. The only issue
Or
now
you'll
is
just grab
it's a bit
highlights.
chaotic because I opened the entire Discord thing to everyone, and that caused a lot of chaos. But
Yeah.
eventually, I
Yeah.
think we're going to get better at it. And we'll also set up roles so that we're not going to open it entirely for the whole time. So we'll have only specific roles, specific people who are going to be able to join the actual streams on
Right,
voice chat.
because how many people do we have in the voice chat? We have
22.
22 people in here.
Yeah, but half
I
of
mean,
them are
roughly,
muted.
yes, I mean, a lot of
It's
people have their
literally
microphones
impossible
off,
to
but-
have.
Can you imagine PewDiePie doing one of these? Like, would you even be, would PewDiePie be able to?
Yeah,
That
it
would be
was
the apocalypse.
I mean, most people. To be fair, most people here are muted, and we're still struggling. So,
Right.
yeah, we'll have to go through roles. But anyway, thank you so much for joining. Don't forget to like, share if you enjoyed the video, subscribe to the PC Security channel. Thank you so much, and as always, stay informed, stay secure.
With a vast.
That's
Always conspiracy.
There we go, guys. We did it.